How you doing, Casey?
Hanging in there, Ray. How you doing today?
Doing okay. Got a little cough. It's not COVID. It's just dryness. I've been drinking about 2 gallons of water, trying to lube up my insides. It just doesn't seem to be working out. I guess it's really dry out today, up here in the great northeast quarter of the country. But hey, before we get going today, Casey, I want to talk a little bit about our last podcast when I was off pontificating about the pussification of America and stopping football games and stopping this and stopping that, and little boys not getting out of their parents' basement, whatever I said. But one of the things we were talking about was the Samuel V. Roberts when it hit the mine back in the 80s. Blew a big friggin' hole. Chief got stuck in the engine room, burnt. He got blood clot in the lung, lacerated eye, concussions, broken this, broken that in his back, a bunch of vertebrae. Anyways, I said about casualties that people, were dying and they didn't stop working. I was wrong. Casualties on the Samuel V. Robinson were a lot of hurt people, but nobody died, thankfully. But nor did Damar Hamlin die, and they stopped the game and whatever. But neither here nor there. I was kind of incorrect. I'm human. Just wanted to correct that and move the hell on.
Perfect.
All right. What else are we going to talk about tonight?
Well, I think the news of the week, the news of the month, could be the news of the year.
Last year and this year.
Yeah, all these top secret, confidential, private documents are turning up everywhere for our president, Mr. Joe Biden, which, on its face, and I know I'm going to turn you loose here, on its face, we shouldn't really be that concerned. As long as they're not being handed to the Russian or the Chinese, we should be okay. But Mr. Biden made a big deal of the random documents that ended up down at Mar-a-Lago. So what's your take on the situation, Ray?
Well, there are thieves. There are dirty, rotten, rat thieves. Okay? So let's go back to just thieves. A lot of people say Trump was a thief, stole these documents. It's up for debate, as he was the president at the time, and therefore had the ability to declassify, with the wave of a hand, anything he wanted to. Still, whatever. You want to call him a thief? I'll allow you to call him a thief because you think he took stuff that he shouldn't have had, and he did indeed have it. He had it in a building in Mar-a-Lago that had Secret Service there. It was under protection. People just couldn't walk in. So, he was a cautious thief or whatever you want. He had the stuff there. I got it for you. But you folks who are calling him a thief, I think you got a little riled up by the press. And you hated him anyways, And why did you hate him? Because he got a bad rap in the press from before he even became, as he went down the escalator in New York at Trump Towers. So, the press hated him. Politicians hated him because he was a new kind of politician. He wasn't a politician. He was a man who wanted to make right the country. Obama was a fucking disaster. And by extension, so is Joe Biden as his VP. So let's talk about thieves, huh? Well, as you bring out that lately, we've seen it where, oh my God, he, Mr. Biden, because he wasn't president then, had a little building. That little building had a lot of screws in it that were made from China. Some people even say it was financed by China.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, my, yeah, huh? Partly. So this building, the Penn Biden Center for Stupidity, I won't say excellence because Biden is the biggest adult in the world. Everyone who's worked with him says so. Even his president said, given the chance, Joe Biden will fuck everything up. Anyways, they found the documents, top secret SCI documents. And people go, ooh, what's top secret SCI? It's sensitive compartmented information. This is the big shit. This isn't for official use only, CUI, different. This is big stuff. A lot of military guys have gotten fired for less. I'm talking admirals, generals, who've been a little lax with their information. Anyways, Joe Biden took this box, or somebody took this box and put it in this building. CBS, New York Times came out with the story. The funny thing about it is that these fucksticks knew this shit before the midterm election. Once again, it's just like the Hunter Biden laptop. That information was suppressed. And I think if they'd start doing some, polls on what it means, that you probably find that some of the people that were involved, when the names come out, would not have won re-election. What do you think about that, Casey?
It's quite possible that people's minds would have been changed.
Well, it was proven that the laptop, if people back then knew about this Hunter Biden totally piggish laptop and the information on it, Tony Bobulinski, and all these meetings and whatnot, that Biden would not have won the presidency. So by suppressing that information, our Department of Justice, FBI, CIA swayed the election. And sidebar, reports coming out that the CIA had something to do with hanging out in a book. I call it the suppository, because it looks like nothing but a bunch of shit up there, shooting and killing President Kennedy. We'll see where that comes in the next few months. But anyway, so we get some real issues in this country, and one of the big issues is that our current president, Mr. Biden, is a fucking thief. Now listen, you folks had the ability to call Trump a thief, and you did it. You did thief. Some people are like, lock him up. Some of the people are even like, put him in an electric chair. I mean, that's how, sick these fucks are. I say, look at what's good for the goose, right? Throw Biden in that big tub of soup. See what's going on. But here's one point I want to make. It's, you go to Pirates of the Caribbean, code amongst thieves and whatnot. So just back in September, the old cahoot there was pointing his finger, saying like, this guy had, no business, and he took these documents. He didn't know what he was doing. How can you not know? And this, that, and this is terrible. You never know what sensitive information was released because of Trump. Oh, really? You scumbag sucker. Because you did the exact same friggin' thing. And here's the code amongst thieves. When you're a thief, right? And Biden, you're a thief, you son of a bitch. Just by the same standard you held for Trump. But you have no code amongst thieves because you sat there and badmouthed Trump while you were doing the same thing. You're a horrific person. And I think you're going to pay for this one. I don't know what else to say, Casey. My blood is boiling over this stuff. And just today they came out and they said they found more documents, top secret, SCI, once again, sensitive compartmented information, in another building. Where's the FBI raiding all of Biden's properties? Where the hell are they? He's we know he's gotten 10% as the big guy from China, Ukraine, and a bunch of other places with his drugged up son. By the way, what kind of a father would send a son who's got a substance abuse issue off to these countries to do this stuff? A piece of shit guy. But anyways, now we get two buildings. The FBI needs to step in immediately, lock up everything that Biden owns all his houses, all his offices, all his kids' offices, and oh, by the way, the one office it seems that they found stuff in uh, was used to do work with China, and there was a guy from China that was in there all the time. So those documents were not secured. And by the way, why would you? Why would your lawyers find that stuff? Hey, Ms. Lawyer, why don't you go stop by my office and just take a look around? So
Yeah.
it's not smelling right.
What motivated the lawyers to start checking out boxes,
Yeah,
organizing things,
yeah.
you
Well,
know?
because they knew it was coming.
Yeah.
You know. Uh,
Now, you said these documents are the type that have to be only reviewed in a secure location
oh,
where not even um, radio waves can get out. Is that
yeah. You
correct?
can't. Yeah, you can't just uh, take top secret SCI stuff and just throw it in a folder or a box or something and take it home to peruse after you watch Meet the Press or something like that. This stuff has to be, you know, in a skiff, in a secure location. Uh, there are tons of rules, custodians that handle all secret, top secret stuff. Um, you just can't take this stuff home uh, unless it's you know declassified. And presidents have the ability to do this. And going back on Trump, look at Bill Clinton took a bunch of shit. And people were all upset. Obama, another piece of shit, took a lot of stuff that people said he shouldn't. The difference between those two knuckleheads and Hillary Clinton with her servers and Vice President Joe Biden is the Vice President and the Secretary of State just can't wave a hand over it and declassify it. So once again, thieves, thief. So they need to be treated the same. The statute of limitations is up for Hillary. Uh, so is her political career, but that's I pontificate on that. But I love it now. Where is she? She's a professor at some. Where the hell, Casey? Where the hell did Hillary get a job as a professor?
I think it was it New York, NYU, something like that.
You know what? Let's go to the old G machine here. Hillary Clinton's professor.
Columbia. Columbia.
Columbia.
That's in New York City, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere.
You know,
So
I don't know what she's going to be teaching. Probably how to lie and get away with it. That's a good one.
I'd
You
love to
know.
see her rate my professor page. Rate my professor for Hillary.
Yeah. You know.
Intriguing.
She's unbelievable. And you know what? These colleges, uh, you know, look at if you have stock in colleges, which we don't because it's not how it works. But if we're a business, you had stock in it, sell your stock now. Uh, there's new AI coming out for writing papers. You believe? I heard this on a tech show the other morning. You ask the computer, give me I don't know, give me a 2,500 word paper on I don't know, top secret documents and what happens if you take them home and they get found at home. And this thing will ding in your inbox. We'll have that paper, like perfectly written in that quick of a time. That's going to be the death of colleges.
Yeah.
I was listening to another podcast. I have this old classmate of mine. I'll throw her name out there, Holly Owens. When I was taking my master's in education way back when, we're in instructional technology courses. Very very nice girl, and she's got some podcasts now. She continued in that realm for work, and her and this dude today on the podcast I was listening to. We're talking about the future of education. Of course, they don't have a crystal ball. They don't know, but they're taking a wait and see and ready to ride the wave because how do they teach themselves about instructional technology? They Google it. Google it. They use, obviously different sites and whatnot, but it's all on the internet. I mean, you can buy the books. The dude she was interviewing, and she's got some really good LinkedIn links and whatnot. It's at your fingertips. You just have to know how to do research.
Yeah.
So
And you got to go get it. You got to be
yeah,
proactive. It's just funny back to this whole classified situation, how seriously this is taken. About 5, 6 years ago, a submarine or U.S. Navy just took some quick photos of his workstation inside the submarine,
right.
um, just to show his family.
Yeah,
And he was caught. We won't we won't go into how he was caught, but he got sentenced to about 6 months, kicked out, and then 3 years, supervision. But they were able to prove it was somewhat innocent, as they say. 3 years ago, a couple, husband and wife, a Navy engineer and his wife, sentenced to 20 years, 19 for the husband, 22 for the wife, because they were actually selling information about submarines to foreign adversaries.
yeah,
20 years, that's a big stretch of federal prison. You got to do 80% of that, I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
they'll
the
probably do the
kid the
full.
kid's name was Christian Saucier. I remember that because it came out. It was a big point of contention when Hillary got caught with her servers bleach bidding things and destroying cell phone SIMs cards and whatnot. This kid, yeah, just took some pictures. 22-year-old kid, machinist mate, screwing around. Took some pictures. I mean, nothing that was like, you know, here's the rods in the nuke reactor and shit like that. It was just being a young man taking some pictures, got some stuff, um, you know, in trouble.
Yeah.
I think he ended up getting other than honorable discharge. Um, went to prison, you know, and these knuckleheads, you know, I mean, you can't even look at Trump yet because you can call him a thief, but he was president. He had rights. Hillary Clinton, she had no rights to do what she did. You have Biden, no right to do that, you know? So I think they ought to use the saucier technique on them, take these guys out right now, out of their area, um, see, do an investigation on these documents, see what the hell is that he really took, and do an assessment of damage. Pardon me, it's my dry throat. And really, I mean, these people had no problem saying Trump needed to be thrown in jail and put in an electric chair. Well, let's hold the same standard that these guys wished for. It kind of reminds me of the Ten Commandments movie where Pharaoh and Moses were there, and Pharaoh said, you know, may your God kill every first or whatever he said child, male born. And Moses like, no, don't say that, because that's what happened, and the Pharaoh's son died.
Mm.
So you gotta watch what you ask for sometimes, because obviously these guys don't have a code among thieves.
They do not. But what we do have a code for is the Go Do app, Ray. Go Do. How do you spell it?
Yeah, go as in Go, do as in DU, APP. Fantastic app. Been getting some really good reviews on it lately. Tell us a little bit about it, Casey.
Well, it's quite simple. Nightlife in real time. You can pull up the GoDo app, download it off of the Apple App Store or Google Play. You'll be able to see venues in your area, restaurants, bars, nightclubs. Pick one, or pick multiple if you like. You can leave a live rating, take a photo of what's going on, upload it, and all the ratings get aggregated, so you'll be able to see which venues are the most popular in your area. And of course, the next day, 6 a.m., all that data clears out. So every venue gets a fresh start every
Nice.
night. So just a fun little way to find some new places to visit in your area.
I tell you what, if I were the owner of a nightlife establishment, I would be sure to download that app and upload my own information on what's going on at my establishment tonight. Because is it expensive, Casey?
It is free.
Oh, free, huh? My
What a
lord.
price. And let's not keep it top secret like all the documents in Joe Biden's various properties.
We won't even keep it just like for official use only. We'll take this one and make it dissemination across the globe.
Outstanding. Absolutely
Right.
outstanding. So that's the GoDo app. Well, Ray, it's been a pleasure, and we'll talk to everybody next time.
Sounds good. Weekend's coming up. I'm on a trip to visit an old friend that is down and out. Hopefully, I can cheer him up. Tack on a few more years to a great life. And if not, drink all the beer he's got left in his house. Whatever.
That works. What's the saying? Fair winds and following seas.
Absolutely.